Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've done a video newsletter, so welcome to my April update. A month has passed since our district conference, Shift 2014. A busy month it has been. For those that were unable to attend at the end of this message, I'm delighted to share with you some video highlights so you have a sense of what a fantastic day it turned out to be. We are in the process of exploring how to disseminate more of the content from the event, and we will let you know shortly how this will be done, most likely through the district website. We're also looking at how we can keep the Shift 2014 brand alive as a professional development event for Rotary and the broader public. I hope to have more information on this in my May update, as it has proved to be an effective brand building and member acquisition tool. Before I move on to the other district business for April, I'd like to reflect on the outcomes of Shift 2014. If nothing else, I believe Shift has proved to Rotarians that change is possible and should be embraced as a way to keep the great work and message of Rotary alive. The energy, interest and excitement Shift generated has spread far and wide. Interest in replicating the format has come from other states in Australia and even overseas. We now need to work out the best way to share the model with them. When planning the district conference, we had a very clear intent to do something different, innovative and creative, because as they say, change can be as good as a holiday, and often what is needed to refresh a brand. The concept of Shift was based on the traditional values of Rotary, but delivered in a way that would have a broader appeal to offer something for everyone within our Rotary community and beyond. It was designed to help clubs and members understand the principles of good leadership, the power of branding, and how to develop their membership. I'm confident that we effectively achieved those objectives, as well as the three important overarching objectives for the district. Firstly, to ensure Shift would meet the needs of the changing demographics of our membership, who are the future leaders of this great organisation. Secondly, that it would be a project that rechanneled the human and financial resources we would typically expend on an internally focused event into one that provided us with an opportunity to connect with non-Rotarians. And thirdly, to inspire and motivate everyone involved in Rotary through the content of the conference to appreciate the importance of profit for purpose and the value behind operating our district and clubs as you would a business. I'm glad to report that based on the survey feedback, to which we received an almost 50% response rate, that in itself is quite amazing. We certainly achieved all that and more. Personally, I'm overwhelmed by the sheer volume of positive feedback. To begin with, we had over 500 paying delegates participate. Almost 50% of those were made up of non-Rotarians. We also had a good representation of young people. 97% of survey respondents rated Shift 2014 as excellent or very good. 90% of survey respondents said Shift was excellent or very good value for money. 85% said they would attend a similar event in 2015, and 95% said they would recommend it to others. 99% of survey respondents rated the speaker lineup and program as excellent or very good. These are pretty impressive statistics. It was also heartening to know that the anonymous survey comments confirmed our assumptions as a leadership team as to what would excite and appeal to conference delegates. There were so many positive comments on the energetic pace of the sessions, the calibre of the speakers and the content of the program, as well as the networking opportunities and the representation of female speakers. The small number of other comments provided useful suggestions for the future, such as incorporating Q&A opportunities with the speakers or a panel discussion, and how Rotary could have been given more effective exposure to non-Rotarians. Of the negative comments, most were venue and location related, such as uncomfortable seats and public transport issues, and specific to Rotary breakfast session before the shift conference. Rather than just taking my word for it, some of the comments from Rotarians who attended the conference are in the video highlights. But my favourite comment that perfectly describes what the Leadership Committee hoped would be the takeaway message from the day for clubs and members is, it is now up to us as Rotarians to consider the content of the conference and take back to members the key issues learned and how to enable our club to meet the challenges of not only membership, but also how we can ensure Rotary maintains its prominence and relevance in the community service space in years to come. On that note, I also wish to extend a very big thank you to everyone who was involved in the organisation of Shift 2014 for their time and dedication, and especially to the volunteers who participated and supported the day. On other district business, I'm very pleased to report that the 2GB drought appeal, in collaboration with Rotary, raised over $350,000 to help farmers in northwestern New South Wales. Funds are currently being applied to the purchase of fuel and hay, as was requested by farmers doing it tough. Thank you to all the clubs and members that supported this important initiative. And as we are drawing to the close of our Rotary year with less than 3 months to go, I encourage every club to explore what opportunities remain to promote the Corporate Paul Harris Fellow and Golden Microscope Awards within your community to help us reach our fundraising targets. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope you enjoy the highlights of Shift 2014. I look forward to talking to you again next month.
Welcome to Shift 2014.
The one thing I can tell you about business, about life, about your family, about government, about economies, is that the only thing that is constant is change.
Every brand, every product, every organisation is just one generation away from extinction.
And ask yourself, what do I need to do differently at a personal level? And what do I also need to do differently at a professional level?
So we have this world where we have the power. We all have a voice and we all have more choice. So what do you need to do to get your voice heard and to get them to choose you?
Where will your industry be in 10 years' time? What will Rotary look like in 10 years' time?
You can't do it alone. If any of you truly think that you are the spider in the middle of the web, then your business isn't going to grow too big. You've got to bring people with you.
Because it is never just business. It is always personal. At the end of the day, all business is a business of relationships.
Because your brand is how you project yourself to the world, but identity runs a little bit deeper. It's about who you really are as a person, who you really are as a business, who you really are as a leader. Identity is what drives all human behaviour.
You've got to lead the shift. You've got to be someone willing to create a revolution. You've got to be someone so fired up that you adopt full leadership principles.
You have to have a dream that's big enough that at least motivates you. Most of our dreams in our business are too small, they don't even motivate us.
Don't let other people tell you what you're capable of. Every one of us sitting here this afternoon will have dreams.
Doing is the new thinking. Managing risk through action.
We overcome. We design, we develop small business rules, and we just do it.
Whatever you are doing, multiply it by 2 and then multiply it again.